welcome back to my channel. So after I did that last reading, a lot of things about the masculine came through, and so I kind of wanted to, or I was guided to step in and balance it out and pull some cards specifically for the feminine as well. So let's do that. Okay, something is coming through here. So what is coming through is that for the feminines, for the energy of the feminine, one of the lessons I think that has been very important for you lately is to really start to pay attention to your guidance, even though it means that other people may get upset or call you bad. I feel for the feminine lately, it has actually also been about starting to grow your own teeth. So, you know, your ability to create your own space and hold your space. And sometimes that means, you know, not being kind, not being nice, like not being this template of the good girl, the servant, you know, the service worker, but rather also stepping into your power and kind of channeling more of that inner animal of like, I will defend myself, get away from me. And so that's actually what's coming through for the feminine. Don't be afraid to block energies out of your space right now. Don't be afraid to say like, it's almost like I've given you your chance. I've given you many chances. I've tried to communicate with you in nice ways, you know, but clearly you don't take me seriously, or you don't take your own feminine seriously. You don't take the highest good of all seriously. I don't know why it's coming through like that, but it's just something that I feel for some of you, that you may be dealing with people that they may have a little bit of a spiritual ego, and so they can talk about spirituality and things like that, and they are in a sense into spirituality. It's part of their community, maybe it's part of their identity, but when it actually comes down to it, they are not truly aligned. That's what I'm feeling for some of you, that you may be dealing with people like that, that when it actually comes down to it, they don't choose the highest good of all above their egos. You know, their egos, their identities, their businesses are still more important than the highest good of all. And so you may feel called to create more space between you and people like that, to not invite them into your, in a sense, church, or into your private space, into your sacred space, because well, they don't respect you, you know, they don't respect your higher self. Actually, that's what I'm feeling, and they might not be aware of this, again, because they don't take it that seriously. Actually, to them it's more like a role game, is almost what I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm seeing this flower fly around there that's just buzzing around the camera. It's something about this. They just want to buzz around. That's what I'm feeling. They just get a buzz from it. They just get a little bit of a high from these things, and they find it funny. You know, they like the community aspect of it maybe, and they like to play that role, but they're not actually serious about it. That's what I'm feeling. And I think that if this resonates, you know, you can see this, but it's like you've been giving them the benefit of the doubt, and you've been like, you know, kind, understanding, service worker. But I feel like to step into that energy of becoming a church and a sacred space, no more of that. Choose you. Like, choose you, your own destiny. Because I think that these people that are not taking that, you know, their higher self seriously yet, it's like they they may need to manifest some more karma for themselves, you know, to have these things become real, to have their karma become real and manifest before they're capable of taking these things seriously. And when I say that, you know, remember, karma doesn't always mean something negative. You know, a lot of the times karma is love. Karma is falling in love. It's one of the most life-changing things that happens in people's lives, because, you know, it makes us so vulnerable. It makes us fall right into our shadow. It makes us stumble and like fuck things up. So it's not necessarily negative that for these people, if you choose to focus on your love and yourself and just like your light. That's what I want to say. So let's pull a card for you as well. Yeah, the cards that came out, I feel like these are the cards actually. Yeah, I definitely feel like, wow, yeah. Underneath the deck, so was, let me show, okay, I'm stumbling. It's like the drum, the lightning, and the council was underneath the deck. And so I definitely feel like that coming through, that you feel like this seriousness with the drum here, like your heart, just like boom. And then this, you start to see things. It's like your higher self starts to really come in, and your guidance really starts to come in stronger. And the card that did come out was the smoky mirror. And so I feel like you're starting to see all of this smog more clearly in your life, and you're seeing like, it's not serving me at this point in time. It's just not serving me. That's what I'm feeling for some of you. And so I think like you're just, it's almost like I spoke about in the last reading, it's like the 5 chakras, when they are online and working together, it's like our throat chakra, from our throat to our root, it's lit up, you know, and that is kind of humanity in a sense. It's what I guess they used to call the Solomon seal, you know, it's the 5-pointed star. It means that you're pure, you're channeling truth, you're living truth, you're in alignment. But I feel like for some of you feminines, it's almost like when you step into that alignment, straight away you're gonna start to work on opening your crown somehow. I feel like your third eye has kind of been veiled with other people's destinies, and these are the people that I spoke about, the people that actually they haven't taken their spirituality seriously enough to where they have aligned to that path truly within themselves. It's like to them it was more, like I said, more like an identity, an accessory, a business. It wasn't their truth, it wasn't their life. And so it's almost like when you cast these people out of your church, out of your sacred space, out of your sphere, their destiny is just going to disappear from your third eye. You won't be channeling for them anymore. It's like you won't be their service worker. And so that's going to put you on to a completely different path, I feel. And this is the path of like becoming, in a sense, royal. I feel for a lot of you, it's like value returning to your life, that you're starting to align with people that are actually on the same path as you. You know, people that are actually gonna be a support system rather than this, rather than someone that you feel like you need to help all the time, or someone that you need to understand all the time, someone that you need to serve all the time. I feel like for some of you feminines, the path that you're moving on to now, it's like it's like-minded is what I'm feeling. When the smoke leaves, when the smog leaves, the like-minded stays behind. It's almost what it feels like. Because they are on the same path, they're doing the same thing. And so I feel like relationship is gonna start to become easier for you, where it's gonna feel like it's not, you don't have to be kind, or it's not forced. It doesn't cost you any energy anymore because it's aligned, it's true, it comes in and it feels right. I love that for you. I love that for those of you that I'm channeling for now. It's almost like you've your entire life, I feel like you've been this service worker, and your heart is so golden. Like you're so yeah. Underneath the deck was a star now. It's like you're so really high vibrational. You're pure. Your soul is so pure. But it's almost like you lack the severity. You lack the teeth. You lack the animal nature, the viciousness, to actually protect your space. And I feel like you didn't want to go into those old timelines, and so it's almost like your soul had to wait until the divine masculine returned back to earth, in a sense, so that you can protect your space with light, not with violence. You know, like I spoke about in the last reading, it's like when we're bright enough, it's almost like we can just see all of the forces and the influences that are at play around us and in our environment and in other people. And we can protect ourselves physically by choosing what energies we hold space for within our lives. So, you know, but I'm also getting that doing this process of separation and blocking out should only happen after you've actually been able to understand these energies. So the group that I'm speaking to now, these are people that you understand darkness because it's like you've lived amongst it your entire life. So you understand it. You don't judge darkness, you understand why it is dark. You understand how someone becomes dark. It's like you see all the patterns. And because you understand, now I feel like it's time for you to live your life. It's like you've done the karmic work of building heart, of learning to understand. And now it's time for you, I feel like, to be lifted into this new position in your life. And it almost seems like it's gonna be this whirlwind, but because your roots are so strong now, it's not gonna lift you, it's not gonna frazzle you, it's just gonna work around you. That's what I'm feeling. So cool. Yeah, and behind the star was the Two of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you built your time. Like you built your timeline, you built your time, and now it's like you're moving into the time of your life, into your present, into your gift. It's like you're becoming a gift. That's what I'm feeling for you, for this group. Anything we need to know here? And I'm kind of feeling like this, there was some jealousy coming in, that maybe some of you you have been also holding yourself back, I feel, because you've been afraid of people being jealous of you. Like, because when you step into your light, you know, with all of this understanding that you have of really everything, it's like you're gonna appear to be so beautiful. People are gonna see you as so beautiful because it's like they see this radiance coming from within. And so I think that some of you, you're afraid of this starlight, you know, you're afraid of people being jealous. But the cards coming out there were very interesting. It's like underneath the deck was the Fool, and the card that popped out was the Knight of Swords in reverse. And so I think that just let go of your ego. Like, don't try to be anyone. Don't try to teach anyone. Don't try to help anyone. Don't try to, like, be anything or anyone, just be this full, this zero. Like if you hold that sense of purity within yourself, people won't be that triggered by your energy, honestly, because you're not trying to one up them. You're just sharing your perspective, that's all. And so I feel like that may be something for some of you to trust in, that innocence that comes from the Fool. You know, the Fool can fall around, tumble around. If you're not afraid to be humiliated, if you can laugh at yourself, if you can see your own flaws, and you know, you're just like, yeah, I'm not perfect, and be completely comfortable with that, I feel like it's actually gonna protect you. That feels like part of that energetic protection, actually. And then I also saw the Nine of Cups here. So I think part of building this type of energetic protection is to be really comfortable by yourself in your own company. Not being afraid of losing, like not being afraid of releasing what you have and moving back into the zero state. And so for some of you, I feel like if you're afraid of releasing, if you're afraid of losing what you have, you may want to work a bit more on creating abundance within like your everyday life, like doing things that are for free, that won't cost you anything. Create a type of abundance for yourself that no one can take from you. Like if you learn how to do that, then being in the Full state, losing everything, it's not as scary. It's not as scary because it's like you have yourself still. Like you have yourself and you have your energetic powers. So for some of you, I feel like work on that. And then also the Queen of Swords came out for some reason. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely talking about also knowing what to not, like I spoke about quite a lot already, what to not give your energy to, like what is actually like making you doubt yourself or trying to pull you down. But again, it's like before you completely block it out, learn to understand it, like become immune to it. Don't just like run from it, but actually kind of like become immune to it. I mean, internally, of course. I'm not saying that stick around with energies that are harmful to you in the physical, of course not, but internally. That's what I'm feeling. Let's just pull one more here to wrap this reading up. Oh yeah, one card fell there. So 9 of Wands underneath the deck, and then the cards that fell, Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I'm just feeling really drawn to his feet right here, and his shoes being green, his pants being green. So there's something about like leaving green footsteps for some reason. And I feel like he's so beat up, this guy, so you might feel a little bit like this, like you've been through a lot, it's been a little bit rough. So again, there's something here with like the natural abundance or something like that, like with the green, that's the energy of the heart. I don't know, I feel like it's almost like money will come to you, the growth will come to you when you learn to appreciate the true green or something like that. Like when you learn to live from the earth or go back to the earth, or you know, have a green footprint, really embody those practices. Maybe it's almost like that's when you'll be granted more money. Yeah, so I think it's something about really seeing the perspective of the earth as well here. Like I spoke about in the last reading, if you've seen that, it's something about like, ask yourself, if you're given all the money in the world, like all the money that you would want, like would your actions, your practices, the way you spend your money be in protection of Earth, or would it actually be destroying the Earth? And do you even know, like, do you have the knowledge, with the Queen of Swords there, of in what ways you are affecting the Earth with your energy flow, with your finances, with the way that you're growing and expressing yourself in the world? That's what I'm feeling. So if you feel blocked from money or from value, maybe it has something to do with the green, you know, with the heart, with the earth, with natural abundance. Maybe that can help you somehow. So I'm gonna end it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.